And whenever we're ready, start to rise and shift the body weight forward and pushing the floor weight with both hands and pull the belly in. And exhalation, come back to child's pose. Now this might feel wonderful already. We stay, keep the child's pose legs and see how that feels and let the belly descend a little bit more. And exhalation, sit back. Now, if you like a little bit of a back bend from here, maybe front of your hips lower down, maybe squeeze that heel into the glutes. And exhalation, we roll back down and stretch it out. Just reverse the direction of the spine. So we're going back and forth in the entire inhalation. Way forward. Oh, that feels good. I need it. And entire exhalation, let it go. You start to get that chi, the energy running through the body. Now, the very last one, if you like to stay in that, it's almost like a variation for frog pose. Back bend. And then slowly we lower down onto our belly and maybe cross the arms and when to wipe the legs and adjust the distance between your knees. Just let everything go, soften. And then relax the legs behind us and slide the elbows in, coming to that Sphinx pose. And relax all the toes, all the ankles, the knees and thighs, and allow that elbows to support the entire body and roll the shoulders back and down. Let's add some neck rotation from here. Breathe in, circle the chin in front of the collarbone. Breathe in one direction, breathe out the other. It's about 7 o'clock evening time after the whole day of standing. This feels wonderful. Now let's go for one more circle, just side to side, and just to balance out left to right. Maybe two more, maybe one more. And then when we make our way to the center, start to pick a side, walk the elbows to one direction, and maybe connect your legs to the same direction. And maybe stay here, maybe bring your gaze to your feet, add a neck rotation. Now this is wonderful. Start to stretch your arms out and relax the forehead between the forearms and coming to that side bend on our belly. And very slowly, we walk the elbows back, legs back, and then come back to that Sphinx and just going for a reset here first. And slowly, whenever we're ready, come to the other side and start in a Sphinx first and maybe bring your gaze to your toes. Maybe connecting the feet if that feels better. Anytime we're ready, stretch the arms and relax the forehead. And very slowly, we come back one more time. We're coming into that Sphinx pose. Again, we're going for a reset. We start to take the body into a different direction now. Press down onto both forearms. On the very next breath, way down to the knees. And lift that belly and the hip off the floor and coming to that kneeling hover. And slowly we lower the thighs, the front of the hip belly. Breathing back to Sphinx. And exhalation, we make our way back to that hover. And feel free to come to the toes, but at this time of the day, for me, it's enough to stay on the knees and kneeling hover. And reverse and breathe in the thighs, slowly lower down all the way to the belly and start to reach and back to Sphinx. So a kneeling hover or a full hover if you want to go there, or and then all the way to Sphinx. Exhalation, we come into the hover. Inhalation, we'll go back to the Sphinx. Allow the spine to move into the two gentle directions. And we're going for one more time. We're going to stay in that kneeling hover. Now, if you like, I like to lace the fingers. So I'm coming to a dolphin or a kneeling child's pose. If you're ready for the dolphin, you're going to tuck the toes and start to walk the feet toward closer to the elbows and pushing on the forearms and lift the tailbone into the ceiling. Hold the belly in. And very slowly we lower down to our knees. And from here, we slowly rise onto our hands. We find cat and cow from here. One more time, cat and cow. Then find a neutral spine and start to come up. And then we're going to come up onto our knees and coming to a bit of a back bend and camel. Push that hips forward And then start to circle the arms and flow the camel. Bring the arms very close to your ears, rotating the arm bones in that shoulder socket. Bring some blood flowing to the shoulders, the arm. One more time, circle the arms. And then just one side and maybe hand on your back. Maybe reach for the heel. We're going for that half camel. And then start to switch to the other side. And slowly we make our way back, breathing. And exhalation, hands in front of the heart and come back into a seated position. And pull that belly in around the spine, tuck the chin, or stretch out the entire back. Very next inhalation, we open. Very next exhalation, we're giving ourselves a hug and cross the arms the other way. Very next inhalation, we open again. Exhalation, again, we hug, or if you like to come to eagle, please do. And inhalation, wherever we are in this time, we lift the elbows or the fingertips into the ceiling, roll the shoulders back and down. Exhalation, bring that elbows into the belly, spread the forearms or coming to a deeper hug. And maybe the forehead is coming down toward the floor. Going for one more, breathe in. Hip is very heavy, upper body rise, open. Let the breath come in and breathe out. Cross the arms the other way. Eagle or hug. Breathe in, lift the elbows, roll the shoulders back and down. Maybe add a gaze and find a very long spine. Breathe the elbow into the belly button. Spread the forearms and tuck the chin and fold. Again, we fold deeper. Just fold into a place until we're surrendering completely toward the gravity. Whenever we're ready, we'll come back and again, and we're going back onto our hands and knees. And from here, we're going to tuck the toes, lift the hip, and just make our way to our first down dog. Maybe pedal the feet or be still wherever feels right for you right now. And slowly we walk the feet toward the hands. So we're coming to the front of the mat. We're coming into a forward fold and maybe reach for the blocks. Maybe hands on the floor. Maybe rock forward and back and side to side. Now slowly walk the hands up the shin or the thigh. We come up halfway, breathe in. Exhalation, let's fold. Inhalation, we rise one vertebrae at a time into the ceiling. And exhalation, hands in front of the heart. And then from here, thumbs might be resting in front of the chest. Coming into a reset again. Inhalation, we circle the arms all the way up. And exhalation, this time we find some balance. So I'm going to hug one knee in and hug the back of the leg or the shin, pushing the other foot onto the floor. Maybe give that foot some circle this way and that way. And then we slowly ground that foot and breathing, circle the arms all the way into the ceiling. And then breathe out and bring the other leg up and hug the other leg in. And again, and maybe circle that ankle. You can always put the back on the wall. Or if you like to challenge, just change the gaze. I bet it's going to be very challenging. And then slowly bring both feet on the floor. Breathe in. Exhalation, that leg that is closer to the camera. No, actually, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Whichever leg. Closer to the camera, it's easier. Be consistent. And then we're going to circle that foot again if you like. And then start to let go that leg and send that leg behind us. And then start to try a warrior 3 from here. Breathe in, reach your heart forward. And reach the toes to the very back of the mat. And slowly we ground the 5 toes. Yes, that's good because we can face each other. I always change my plan. Ground the foot. We're going to windmill the arms. So we're coming to a warrior 2 from here. And breathe in and slowly add a little bit more stronger flow. Breathe out, knee going toward the direction of the toes and pushing down to the back foot. Breathe in, we rise. Breathe out, down. 2 more, breathe in, rise. Breathe out, down. We're going for 1 more. Now from here, we're gonna add a bit of an extension. Elbow on the side, the other arm over your ear, and maybe turn the palm and start to add some rotation with that arm. I like to look down, and that feels just really good for the neck. You feel some lengthening of the neck as we rotate that arm. I'm going for 1 more. Find that extended side angle, breathe in. And slowly we lower the hands. We lift the back heel and rotate the back knee. Relax the back knee on the floor and take a big breath in. Exhalation, we send that hip back into our runner stretch. Maybe give that front ankle and foot another circle on the floor to swing that way. And feel free to give your body some wiggle. Then we're gonna bring some more focus to the hips from here. Breathe in, we bend that front leg. Plant the foot on the floor, reach your heart forward. And when you're ready, we add the arms. So we're coming into a kneeling lunge. Exhalation, the hands by your side. Pull the belly in, and we're coming into a runner stretch without arms, maybe arms on the floor. But if it feels okay, bring the arms to the back wall. Let's go there 1 more time. Breathe in slowly. That way forward. Reach that heart up into the ceiling. Scoop that hip forward. Breathe out, hinge. And bring the hands on the floor. We stay in that runner stretch. And start to walk the hands in between the legs and bend that front leg. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. That's a wide leg forward fold. And maybe we like to walk the hands a little bit further away from the legs. We're going to shift that way forward and way down to the hands, maybe even come to our tippy toes. And then breathe out, entire feet on the floor. Send your sitting bones back and stretch your back. I have a knot down my right side. So yeah, that feels good. Big stretch for the back. Now we shift that way forward again, creating some heat, pushing the floor away. And breathe out. We sit that sitting bones back. Create a very long back. What I need right now. We're gonna go back and forth maybe a few more times. But feel free to stay in one position if that feels good. Let your body decide how far and how long you stay in one position. One more, maybe two rocks or maybe one rock. And maybe stay in that flat back position. Stretching the back. And take your time and slowly come back and walk the hands all the way to the other leg. And I'm going to do everything reverse. Should we? Yes, we should. I'm going to lift that back heel, rotate, and lower the knee on the floor. Relax the foot. And then we're going into a runner stretch from here. So the other leg is getting a stretch. Now, whenever we're ready, we'll come back, bend that front leg, and then slowly let the upper body rise and come into that kneeling lunge and breathe in. And exhalation, bring the arms by the side and send that weight back into a runner stretch with no arms and start to find the center balance, a little bit of a stability. And then we're going there again. One more time, breathe. And the very next exhalation, hinge forward. Now this leg is a lot warmer. Hands on the floor again, support that stretch. Open, lengthen that leg. And then slowly we come back, we bend that leg, we tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, ground the back foot. And when we're ready, we place the elbow on the knee and start to come up into that extended side angle on the other leg and turn the palm, circle the other shoulder, the other arm. Breathe in the first half, breathe out the second. Again, the gaze down might feel a neck rotation. One more circle. And then complete that extended side angle. And then start to windmill the arms. We come back to warrior two, breathe in. We release the bending of that front leg and breathe out. And slowly come back. Entire inhalation. We rise, entire exhalation. fold and down. Let's go there 2 more times. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breathe in and breathe out. And from here, lift the back heel, rotate into a lunge, adjust the foot, and start to shift the weight to that front leg and take your time. And we come up into a warrior 3 variation. Arms by the side and just to help us balance. And then slowly we rise and bring that knee toward the chest. And if it's possible, tuck that knee in again. Ooh, relax the shoulders and circle the foot this way and that way. And then we ground both feet on the floor. Take a big breath in. Reach the arms all the way into the ceiling. And exhalation, slide the hands in front of the heart. And going back to that reset. And very slowly, we take one more breath and reach all the way into the ceiling. And the very next exhalation, we hinge forward and we fold. Maybe hug the opposite elbow and let your body sway from side to side. And slowly, let's walk the feet heel toe wider and to the mat with distance apart. Turn the toes out, heels in, and come down into a squat. And this is the upside down happy baby. We already did happy baby. I'm just gonna go quickly into the check of the time. Perfect. Now take our time and start to make our way down. And if you like to come down without hands, please do try. I tried it, and there's always a plop. So there's a plop. We're coming into that bit of a core belly. Pull the belly in, and we find a boat. A big breath in. Reach your heart forward. And exhalation, we cross the legs in one direction, fold forward, and let everything soften. On the very next breath in, come back, lean back, pull the belly in. Whenever we're ready, we add the legs, maybe add a bit of a challenge. Find the center balance. I find this is almost like a 95% is the center balance. And the very next breath, cross the legs the other way. Let it go and fold. Okay, going there 2 more times. Slowly come back. Center balance. And cross the legs the other way again. And start to fold. Very last time. And cross one more time a different way. and we fold. And taking it back into that butterfly, like how we started, this time we're going to sit with the butterfly and connect the soles of the feet together. And then we take a big breath in and we reach all the way to the top of the head. And exhalation, and we fold and maybe hold on to your toes. Give them a squeeze, a reassurance. Yes, we worship our toes because they are lot of times people neglect our toes and not knowing they're important part of us. Meridians and start between our toes. There's a reason we have them. If we have them, we need to take care of them. Now we come back and this time slide the hands by the on the knees. We take a big breath in the reach. So we're coming into that seated cat and cow in a butterfly. Exhalation, the hands cup over the knees. I'm gonna lean back and tuck the chin. Very next inhalation, we come all the way up. Roll back onto our sitting bones. In the very next exhalation, we're going to round the spine. Now let's go there 2 more times and breathe in open. And breathe out round. And 1 more time. And then we come all the way back. And from here, we're coming to that wide leg stretch position. I'm already there. So straddle, seated straddle. See how it feels. Maybe not very comfortable at this point. You can always bend the knees or just manually. I find it's really, really effective to manually adjust the sitting bone. Hands somewhere that feels just right. I'm going to start circle. So use this opportunity to find the just right position and open up our inner legs. Breathe in the first half of the circle, breathe out the second. One more time this way, and then the other way. One more time this way too. And then we come back to the center. So this time straddle might feel better. Make sure the sitting bones are on the floor. Bend your knees or stretch your legs, and doesn't matter. So we're gonna take a big breath in. From here, we're gonna do something different. I'm coming to, they call it Popeye muscles. So that's not the purpose. We're gonna bring the fists and close the palms. And then from here, we're going to circle the hands. So that's the whole purpose. I find that this position really stretch out our my wrists, the back of the wrist. So if it's possible, go there. And then we circle the wrists the other way while the lower body is just like so anchored, so grounded. And also relax the shoulders and just feel the wrist. And then when we finish, circle the other way a few more times. So, and place the fingertips on the shoulders if it's possible. Doesn't have to touch. And then we're going to circle the arms. I call them bumblebee wings. And this time allow the shoulder blades to move, chest. And anytime the lower body doesn't feel good, and just bend our legs in any position, it's all good. And just keep the lower body grounded. One more time this way. And then we circle the other way. And one more time this way. And then from here, we reach the arm into the ceiling and then place the hands behind our head. Breathe in. You might like to interlace your fingers if that's nice. Breathe in, open the chest, open the elbows, and breathe out. Start to push the legs onto the floor. Now we anchor, close the elbows, and then slowly let your body fold and maybe tuck the chin and see where the body's taking us today. And the very next inhalation, let's push the legs down to the floor, upper body rise. Oh, very next exhalation, we close. That feels good. Let's go back and forth. Maybe two more times. Or the very last one, and we're going to stay in this wide leg forward fold. And we're relaxing our arms wherever feels good. If you are closer to a block, and maybe build a tower with those blocks, then relax the forehead on the corner of the block. Now, anytime we are ready, and we rise, and we're just gonna make our way down onto our back. And once we're on the floor, can use the block again for supported hip bridge, or maybe this is just good enough to lie down on the floor without anything. And maybe we like to wipe the legs again. Maybe stretch arms, legs to their most comfortable position is the perfect choice right now. Was going through one of the quotes and absolutely love it. It's happiness. It's about happiness. It's not about getting what we want. It's about enjoying what we have. I stopped my temptation to go to Costco today and instead stay home and having a cake making competition with my kid. And what we have is enough. And sometimes we need to remind ourselves what we have is more than enough. Enjoy what we have.